Welcome back to MMA Oddsbreaker. Today we got Ryan Spann ready to fight Leonardo Lete coming up here on Legacy Fighting Championships 48. This one is the Golden Nugget Hotel Casino in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And of course, can be seen live on Access TV. Uh, you've, Ryan, you've compiled an 8-1 record. Not bad. And won your last three in a row. How tough is Leonardo going to be compared to Larry Crow, who was your last opponent?
Um, I don't know, man. I don't see it being much different. It may last a little longer since that one was 8 seconds, but I really don't see it being that much different. In my mind, I don't even think he was going to beat Larry Crow outside of the illegal, possibly accidental shot that he caught him with in the second round when they fought. So I don't. I think Crow would have been a tougher challenge than this guy, but I don't know for sure. I'm not sleeping on him by any means, but at the same time, I got a very high confidence, so I don't see it being a problem.
He hasn't lost yet. Obviously, Leonardo's 6-0 with your 8-1. How difficult is it? Your first loss was to Brandon Ferran. How difficult is it to beat a guy that's undefeated? Because you were tough as nails in that fight up to that point, and that point you kind of got caught. It wasn't really you got beat up and beat down. It was a quick fight, 21 seconds barrage, and you kind of fell down, and that was the end of the fight. Quick TKO loss. How tough is it going to be to beat a guy that's undefeated, especially a guy like Leonardo?
Not very, not very, because in my mind, man, I'm 9-0. I'm supposed to be 9-0. We had like we talked about it before. It was an incident that happened outside the cage that affected me in that fight. So in my mind, sometimes, man, I feel like I'm 9-0, but that loss helped me. So I'm finna help out Leonardo. Yeah.
Give him a good lesson. Give him a good life lesson for him to move on with.
That's all it is.
Where does this put you in the hierarchy of Legacy Fighting Championships after you beat Leonardo? Like, what's going to happen, and how do you see the weight division progressing? Because Legacy has a lot of guys that come in and go out, and they always seem to have new faces in the entire organization. But how do you see yourself fitting into this weight class after this next victory?
Man, to be honest with you, I don't even know who's in the weight class. I'm just here to collect my belt. I can go pick up my belt and beat whoever they put in front of me. That's all it is. I don't even look at the rest of the weight class or think about, as far as what's next, as looking in who in the weight class. It don't matter. I'm just gonna beat whoever they put in front of me.
So what's it like training then, where a lot of guys end up watching film and tape on their next opponent, and they kind of have an idea of where the hierarchy is kind of falling out, so they kind of know where the next fight's going to be coming from and that kind of thing. But you've always had that attitude. Every time I've interviewed you, you're kind of like, it doesn't matter who it is. I just kind of get ready, and I don't even know who's in my weight class until they tell me this guy you're fighting him next. Like, you have no idea. So how do you train for guys like this then? You don't really have a body to put in front of you, a mindset to have.
I don't necessarily train for a specific opponent. Like I have a general idea of what they're gonna try to do, but it's my job as a martial artist to make sure I bring the best me to the fight. I train to make me better. That's all. I'm not worried about what they're gonna try because I'm gonna do my thing. And when I do my thing, it don't matter what they do. It ain't gonna work.
Who's your boxing coach right now?
My brother.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And he corners you every time as well, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So, what has he been saying about your boxing skill? I know that you've been working very hard on it, and it is one of the easier things for you. You've been doing it the longest, uh, but you still have to make improvements, especially in the sport. You've got to get different angles and get better foot motion. Give us an honest assessment of what your brother says about your boxing game.
Well, I'm still working on it. Really, my best thing is my like when I go to my traditional martial arts route. So that's what I've been doing the longest. Honestly, just been doing boxing since I was 14, but it's about 10 years now. So I'm still working on it. We working on my reach and some stuff like that. Uh, sometimes I don't like him, man, but that's my brother. He only wants the best for me, so yeah, I put up with it.
It is difficult usually to have a family member as one of your coaches. What's the dynamic like? Does it ever get kind of out of hand where you guys need to take a couple day break from each other because training camps are not easy, and you're under a lot of stress, and he's also your coach as well as being your brother.
Um, I don't necessarily think it gets out of hand. I get mad a lot. But my brother knows, I love him. He loved me. And once I sit down and be like, all right, my thing is what we're trying not to do is, well, I don't get mad. I get frustrated, because I get to the point to where like I'm making mistakes that I shouldn't be making. And he just sit me down. And my brother's the only person that really, they can get through to me when I'm having troubles. Like I even call him, man, when I'm on my way somewhere else or something, and I'm like I'm not feeling good or something like that. I call him and he can make me feel better, and get me up, man. He just let me know, this is my destiny. God has paved the way for me this whole time. At every level I've been in, I done won championships. Like he even told me he can remember the times when I was a little baby watching pro wrestling, carrying around the fake wrestling belts. It's always been in my thing to win championships.
So, when is the big call going to come? I mean, that's the obvious question. Legacy is obviously a feeder program. When do you think the big call is going to come? Is it going to be in a couple more fights, or is it going to be after this next one?
Me personally, I feel like it could have been happened, but like I said, God has a plan for me. We're looking at. I just signed with First Round Management, which is some of the same guys. They got John Jones, Vincent Henderson, and the Pettis brothers, and Tyron Woodley, and a lot of big names like that. And I believe that's probably been the only thing I've been missing is they have nobody to call. It ain't like Joe Silva has my number, so. I'm just putting the pieces in place right now. I'm playing chess, while everybody else is playing checkers. I'm putting the pieces in place and we finna checkmate it.
Wow, that's good. I'm glad you guys. I'm glad you're in the first round. That's a good organization to be with, and you're right. If they don't have enough phone number to call to get a hold of you, how's anybody going to get a hold of you to put you on a fight card? So it's good now that you've got a solid management team. Your nutrition and your weight's under control, and you got a good nutritionist as well.
We do. I do have a nutritionist. I have another brother that's acting as my nutritionist. He stays in California, so he calls me and he makes sure I'm eating right and we got a good meal plan. I'm eating up to 4 to 5 times a day. Um, and we're gonna tame the weight. Like the weight ain't gonna be a problem. I'm gonna make weight. So that's a good question. I thought about looking at it, but I didn't want to get mad if I seen something I didn't want to see. So I don't know. We're let's just say we're above 210 and under 230 somewhere. So
Oh wow, that's a lot of weight. And if the fight's at 185, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to get your weight under control.
yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Right now I'm still drinking like a whole lot of water, man. I'm knocking down a gallon, 2 gallons a day, like easily. So we're knocking down a lot of water. It's a lot. I'm sitting on a lot of water weight, so I'm not too upset. It'd have been worse. It'd have been way worse.
Yeah. Yeah. For a while there, your weight was really heavy. We was getting a little concerned that you might have to go up to 205 because you're starting to
Yeah.
push 240. It was getting you getting a little big. So
Yeah, so it'd have been a lot worse. So I'm happy. I'm content. Like I said, I'm gonna make weight. It's not gonna be a problem.
okay. That's Ryan Spann getting ready to fight Leonardo Letis come up here on UFC on Legacy Fighting Championships 48, November 12th at the Golden Nugget Hotel Casino. Of course, can be seen on Access TV. Thanks so much for coming on, Ryan. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your training camp.
Hey, thanks for having me.